Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's another WTA draw preview and prediction video, and this time it's for the Madrid Masters tournament, the first clay court Masters 1000 tournament of the year for the WTA side, and that is something to be overjoyed about, in honesty, because there's so many intriguing factors going into this tournament. Rybakina has just won the WTA Stuttgart Open final at WTA 500. She beat Iga Swiatek en route to winning that title. We have Aryna Sabalenka coming into this tournament as the defending champion. Hasn't been in the best of form, won the Australian Open, of course, but then didn't make a quarterfinal until recently in Stuttgart. And the conditions are definitely suited to her style, but will she be able to retain her championship here in Madrid? And then we also have Iga Swiatek herself, the clay court queen. Will she be able to win a clay court title? That's eluded her so far in her career. And we have some other incredible storylines, of course. But those three, I think, understandably, are the favorites going into the tournament anyways. So in terms of other bits, well, there's a few people that are underdogs, and I can quickly discuss that very, very briefly. And then we're going to go into detail into the draw, match by match, pick our winners in every single match, and ultimately I'll give you guys my winner. Please do remember to hit that like button, do subscribe if you are new, and do leave a rating or review if you're listening on a podcast platform. Okay, so first things first, I'll talk about the favorites for it, and I think it's important to note the dark horses. So underdogs, Danielle Collins, 12 matches unbeaten. She's on a 12-match winning streak. Incredible. After winning Miami and Charleston, she is in phenomenal form. The American. She really, really is. And yes, Charleston is more like a hard court. I get it. But these courts in Madrid are also very fast because of the altitude, the higher altitude, because of it being not particularly humid. So there's not a lot of humidity around in Madrid. And also it's elevated. It means the ball flies more. And it's definitely more suited to bigger servers and bigger hitters. And it's a very different surface to, say, a Monte Carlo or Rome or Roland Garros. It's very unique in that sense. And you will see shorter points. You will see players who like to attack more having some more success than you'd expect them to have on a normal clay court surface. So for Danielle Collins, look out for her. She's going to be dangerous, and she potentially could play Sabalenka in the fourth round, which would be a mouth-watering clash, no doubt. Raducanu is another one, and yes, recency bias may play a part, but she had some really good wins over Kerber and also Noskova on her way to losing to Swiatek in straight sets in Stuttgart, but she looked really good against Swiatek. The first set went to a tiebreaker, could have gone either way. Second set she lost as well, but it was a very competitive straight set loss. And a lot of positives to take from it. Her level was pretty high, and if she can carry that through into Madrid, where she's made a round of 16 result a couple of years ago, then I don't see why she can't go a bit further. And then my final underdog or dark horse is Mirra Andreeva, who, as I should mention, made her splash in last year's edition of this tournament, beating Fernandez, Haddad Mayer, and Lynette before losing to the eventual winner, Sabalenka. So, a great run, no doubt. And she plays Taylor Townsend in the first round, and I think she'll come through that and come through unscathed. And then, we'll talk about it more in detail in terms of her section as we go through the draw. But I think she's going to, once again, make some waves and potentially cause some upsets in this tournament. Projected quarterfinals, we can talk about that now. So projected quarterfinals are Swiatek versus Sakkari. So this is the seeds who are meant to win, do win. Coco Gauff versus Ons Jabeur. Zheng Xingwen versus Elena Rybakina. And Marketa Vondrousova versus Aryna Sabalenka. Right, let's get into this draw then. So before we do, remember to that like button. Do subscribe if you're new, and do leave a rating or review if you're listening on a podcast platform. Thank you to all of those who are tuning in as always, and also to those who are still liking the videos, sharing the videos, and also who are subscribed. If you're not subscribed, why are you not subscribed? Simple. On top of that, thank you to our members. You guys are legends, so appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, Swiatek has a bye in the first round, and you'll see a lot of the top seeds do have buys. So this first round might be a little bit, I wouldn't say boring, but it might not be as exciting as the second round matches. So try and get through the first round ones quickly. I've got Bogdan to beat Wang and Serenko to beat Ayla. Castilla and Azarenka both have buys. I'm going to go for Peyton Stearns to beat Tatiana Maria. Sriwas Toma has a qualifier, and qualifying has just finished. They haven't updated, although I did look through the qualifiers, and I was potentially going to do a section on qualifiers to watch, but I'm going to be pretty frank with you guys. I don't think there's anyone in the qualifiers who I personally think is going to make it out of the first few rounds. There's no one that really sticks out to me and shouts at me that, yeah, look, I'm definitely going to do something and go deep in this tournament. Of course, they're all very solid players, but I just don't see them making the waves that other qualifiers in the past might potentially have done in not in this tournament anyway. Svitali and Haddad Mayer both have buys. Wozniacki to play a qualifier, and I've gone for Podoroska to beat Siniakova. Navarro, Martins both have buys. And then this is one of the popcorn first round matches, Sloane Stephens versus Martina Trevisan. So we will go for Sloane Stephens. She just won WTA round. She's looking good. And she's a former Roland Garros finalist, of course. Vekic has a qualifier, so go for Vekic. And Sakari and Gauff both have buys. Brenda Favitsova to beat Roos for me, and Amanda Anisimova to be a qualifier. Yastremska has a bye, as does Keys. And then we've gone Begu versus Favitsova, Linda Favitsova. So I'm going to go for Linda Favitsova. Osaka has a qualifier. She could be in trouble on clay. Let's just say clay is definitely not her best friend. So it'll be interesting to see how she adapts to the surface. Samsonova, Ostapenko both have buys. Badosa's going to play a qualifier. And then this would have been a popcorn match, Raducanu versus Karolina Pliskova, but she's literally just posted, I think, about an hour ago on her Instagram that she was really looking forward to playing. She was supposed to play tomorrow against Raducanu, but she's had to pull out because she's been struggling with an injury. She just won't be ready in time. So a massive shame. So we'll go for Raducanu, but she'll either have, I think, a lucky lose or qualifier in the first round. Kudermetova and Fernandez both have buys. And then we've got Schneider and Potapova. We'll go Potapova. Kenin to beat Schwindlova. Jabeur and Zheng both have buys. And Potentseva to beat Wan. We'll go Dolahide to beat Wang. And Kalinina, Pavlichenko both have buys. Qualifies here. And then we've gone Books to beat Martic. Kasakina has a buy. Alexandrova has a buy. Kruger to beat Habino. Blinkva to beat qualifier. Kalinskaya, Kostriuk both have buys. And then we've gone for Maya Sharif to beat Lauren Davis. Bronzetti to beat a qualifier. Rybakina, Vondrousova both have buys. Shelby Rogers to beat Zhang Shui. Zhang Shui, that's right. Mira Andreeva to beat Taylor Townsend. Noskova, Caroline Garcia both have buys. Tomova to beat Wang. And I've gone for Zhu Li to beat Kan Sinseva. Paolini and Daniel Collins both have buys. And we've got Burrell to be a qualifier. Freck to be a qualifier. Krejcikova has a buy. Katie Bolt has a buy. Even though I don't think she's played a single competitive clay court tournament in her career in singles. So be interesting to see how she gets on. Montgomery, Avanesian will go Venetian. Lynette to be Cocciaretto, and Sabalenka has a buy. Right, second round matches should be more interesting. Let's get into it. Swiatek to beat Bogdan, Castella to beat Serenko. Azarenka could lose this. We'll go for Azarenka to beat Stearns. I'm going to go for Sriwas Tormo to cause, quote-unquote, the upset to beat Svitolina. I think she might be able to frustrate her. Haddad Mayer and Wozniacki will go for Haddad Mayer. Navarro to beat Podoroska. Stephens to beat Mertens. So on paper an upset, but not really. Vekic Sakari or Sakari on clay. Gauff to beat Favitsova. And Anisimova to beat Yastremska. Yastremska, since that very deep run at the Australian Open, has just not done a lot, and she's looked a little bit out of sorts at times. Keys versus Linda Favitsova will go for Keys. Osaka Samsonova, I'd love to say Osaka, but I'm struggling. to pick. I'll go Samsonova. Ostapenko to beat Badosa. Again, big question marks around Badosa's back. How's it feeling? And Raducanu has a very tough match against Veronika Kudermetova in the second round. That's a potential really big banana skin. Kudermetova has a lot of power. We'll go for Kudermetova. Fernandez and Potapova. We'll go for Fernandez. Jabeur, Kenin. We'll go for Jabeur to beat Kenin. We'll also go for Zheng Shuwen to beat Putintseva. And Kalinina to beat Dollarhide. And then we'll go for Pavlyuchenko to beat Qualifier. Kasatkina to beat Buxa. Alexandrova to beat Kruger. And I'm going to go for Kalinskaya to beat Blinkova. Kostyuk to beat Sharif. Rybakina to beat Bronzetti. And I'm going to go for Vondrousova to beat Rogers. Noskova to get through. Caroline Garcia to beat Tomova. Paolini to beat Julie. Collins to beat Burrell. Grachikova to beat Freck. And then we've got Katie Bowles to beat Avanesium, but not sure about that one, in honesty. And Sabalenka to beat Lynette. Right, round of 32, or third round. Swiatek should beat Castella. Sribas Tormo should beat Azarenka. Hadadmeh and Emma Navarro. Yeah. Emma Navarro is a pretty capable tennis player from what I've seen of her so far. She plays Hadadmeh, so I'm going to go for Hadadmeh, though, to cause the upset on paper. Sloane Stephens to beat Zachary for me as well. I think she's going to charge through. Gauff and Nisimova will go for Gauff, and then Keys, Samsonova will go for Keys. Ostapenko to beat Kudermetova. Fernandez and Jabeur. Jabeur's not been in good form. She's not been in good form, so we'll go for Leylah Fernandez to cause the upset. Zheng Shenwen to play Kalinina. I think she played her before recently, so she'll be happy to get through. I think she played against, Yastremska, right? It was. Yeah. Anyways, round of 16. Iga Swiatek to beat Sribas Tormo. And then we've got... One second. Have I forgot to pick some of the previous slot? Yeah, I have. Kasatkina to beat Pavlyuchenkova. Alexandrova to beat Kalinskaya. Kostyuk and Rybakina. A rematch of the Stuttgart Open. Very interesting. So I will go for Rybakina. And Vondrousova to beat Noskova. Hadadmeh, Sloane Stephens. Very interesting. I will go for Sloane. Gauff to beat Madison Keys. Ostapenko, Fernandez. I'll go for Fernandez to beat Ostapenko then. And Zheng Shenwen versus Daria Kasatkina. It's a tough one. I'm going to go for Kasatkina, though, given her experience. So it leaves us with Rybakina, Alexandrova, Marketa, Vondrousova. Right, okay. Cool, so we've got a full block here. That's all good. Yep. Leylah Fernandez. Okay, Kasatkina. Over Zheng. Yeah, Kasatkina. Rybakina to be Alexandrova. And I've gone for Paolini to beat Vondrousova, Sabalenka to beat Collins. That'll be a great fourth round if we get that. Swiatek Stephens. Yeah, Swiatek to beat Stephens. Gauff, Fernandez. Gauff. Rybakina to beat Kasatkina. Sabalenka to beat Paolini. Is that right? Is that right? Uh, yeah, sure. Okay. Then Swiatek to beat Gauff in the final. Why have I picked the top 4 seeds? What's happened here? Anyway, Swiatek to beat Gauff, and then I'll go for Sabalenka to beat Rybakina. I think Rybakina might be a little bit fatigued, given that she also played, of course. Stuttgart made the final. I'm not 100% convinced about her body holding up. Sabalenka Swiatek a rematch of last year's final. I'm going to go for Swiatek to get revenge and beat Sabalenka. That's what I'm going for. Let me know in the comment section who you picked and why. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. We'll see you very, very soon.